Hi, my name's No Sheds. I think his name is Shabon. Spurs video podcast. I'll give a shout out to my mate Kevin G. I hope you enjoyed your football practice. Okay? And because I heard to his Mrs. Mimi, who I hope will become a future Spurs fan, and the mother of a whole bunch of little yids to take over New York State, New York and Virginia, and I don't know, Maryland. For those who don't know, my mate Kev, he's from New York State, and his missus is from Virginia. Hopefully, so Spurs versus West Brom. We won this game last year against a very cagey West Brom team, because that's how Ryerson does it. Obviously, West Brom are confident. They beat Liverpool 3-0. They're going to have belief in their attacking game, quite rightly so. So hopefully it will lead to a more open game. I don't know, because West Brom, going to be getting away from home. They'll probably play a little bit tighter. Obviously, you've got Lukaku, who made a point to prove against Villas-Boas. Although apparently I bear no will to Villas-Boas. I can't do a Belgian accent at all, obviously. In terms of what I think I think how we're going to line up. Obviously, Cabal's injured, so that kind of lends itself to a Vertonghen debut. I think it'll be Gallas and Vertonghen, flanked either side by Walker and Benny. Bradford on goal. I don't know who we're going to play in the double pivot though. The double pivot is a real problem for me. I don't really like the idea of Livermore and Sandro in that double pivot, but I am out of ideas of who to play in that double pivot. Unless you've got to play Rafa in that double pivot. That's the only person I can think of to play in the double pivot, because Livermore just offered nothing last week. But like I said, unless you're signing Pjanic or Moutinho in the next, I don't know, 8 to 9 hours, then no, I don't see anything happening with that. It'd be interesting because West Brom actually cost us the Champions League. Aside from our spectacular collapse, Marlon Fulop. And so I hope he plays on Saturday so he can fucking concede a few dickhead goals like he did against Arsenal last season. Apart from that, no. I'm hoping that we get the goals. I think Adebayor gives us that. He's a target man. We can get crosses in. And the thing is, when you can cross the ball in, say for example Bale, say Lennon crosses the ball in, he's got someone to he's got two targets to aim at. Obviously, if Bale's crossing the ball in, he's only got one target to aim at, or two, because you've got Sigurdsson joining in. But you've got Lennon, who can probably going to be quickest to any ball that bounces off anywhere else. So, and I think that'll be an interesting thing. I really would like to see Van der Vaart. Obviously, he's not a playmaker, but and he's not. He will trap back, not very well, as we saw last week. He'll put his foot in again, not very well. But I think we need passing from midfield, and I think in terms of possession, we need to be able to do that. And I think at least Van der Vaart offers that passing. He'll get forward pretty well. Obviously, he doesn't have the short pass that Luka Modric has. But you know what? He's got a range of passing, a better range of passing than at least Huddleston has. I think he's got a better shot. He's more mobile. I'll actually go for Rafa in the middle. I just don't know who else to play, because having both Livermore and Sandro in there just did nothing. I mean, at least if you had Parker and Sandro, that they basically shut down the other guys midfield. Livermore just didn't do anything apart from get himself burnt needlessly. So no, I'm just unless you want to feel like Tom Carroll, now's your moment, or Alex Pritchard, I think Mr. Villas-Boas will actually look to the Europa League, see how the kid's doing that, and go from there. In terms of who I want for my Europa League team, assuming we can get Sturridge in, which please, and assuming we keep Rafa and all that guys, and we get Damiao, but I'm hoping that basically my Europa League team will be Carlo in goal, probably Corker and Gallas as our centre backs, Ryan Fredericks also obviously apparently we've lost Zeke Fries, but if we have got Zeke Fries, then get him on the left back, and Carl Norton on the right back. Apparently Man United are doing a deal. Apparently they're going to look to sell him to Stanley Lidge, but he's out of contract. He hasn't signed a new contract. The tribunal decide, and they've offered $6 million. I think that's just a stalking horse game. At the end of the day, Standard Liège, can just, I think they had some deal with Man United years ago. I can't remember if there was Genk or some team that had a deal with United to, let's say, look, we'll get these kids at 14, 15, they're not going to get EU citizens, work permits, obviously, but by the time they're 19, 20, we'll take them off your hands and we'll pop you a few quid, if you have your troubles. So, but I'm assuming I'd have Ziggy Fryers and Carl Norton as my two fullbacks. Double pivot, Jay Livermore, Tom Carroll, and in that trident, I want to see how good this Alex Pritchard kid is. We saw Tom Carroll come through. He was 18, 19. He seems to play in that coming off the, in that kind of like Luke position that when we played Luke originally, just coming off the left wing. Rafa, behind, say, someone like Sturridge or Damiao, or say JD, or even Harry Kane, because just give him the chance. And Andros Townsend. And if we don't play Andros Townsend, then definitely put Sturridge there and Damiao, up front, or Harry Kane up front. So anyway, you've got two teams. You've got one for, I'm just looking at the clock. Yep, you've got one for West Brom. Predictions, I'm going to go with 1-0 to us. I think West Brom are a decent team. Although they'll be confident in their attack, I think their coach, Steve Clarke, he's going to say, look, it's just one game, and you played well at home against Liverpool, but you know what? They're trying a new team. They're learning their system. You've got an established Tottenham team who, Luka Modric, have a pretty good system. So he'll keep it very, very tight. Looked at us on the break. So, but I'm gonna go for 2-1. I just think it'll be one. I can't imagine there'll be a lot of chance. It will be a very, very tight game, but I think we'll sneak it through. And must admit, I must enjoy, as much as I hate Robin van Persie, I did enjoy the fact that his last game was on the wrong end. Was a loser. So the only time I think both Arsenal and Spurs fans actually were in agreement for once. Anyway, shout outs. Give a shout out to Eggsy. He hasn't had a shout out for a while, and I'll give a shout out to Kev and Mimi. So if you want to shout out, Spurs Forum at the KDK, so only message board I like posting on, apart from there's one other one, but Spurs Forum at the KDK is a bit more irreverent, a bit more banter, and it's incredible. They've got posts from like 2009 or something. It's 2008 or something. It's just ridiculous how many years of posts we've got on there. So it's a great place, and you get some great guys like Cage, one of the nicest guys. Good, really good folks on there. So some really intelligent guys like you've got Gareth, who's like a award-winning journalist, or he goes by the name of Dead Need Leddies, or Gareth Spur, I think he calls himself now. And so there's some really good guys on there. You guys like Mello and TS, who know a lot about football, and it's the same. It's also my Braco Peter. So hopefully we'll send the guys back up to the Black. Is it the Black Country? Is it West Brom, the Black Country? I don't know. But hopefully we'll send I don't know, West Bromwich, back to the Black Country, and hopefully they'll have a nice journey back, because they'll have hopefully a very, very poor afternoon with us, and hopefully we'll get a couple of goals. Addy might score on his I don't know, Premier League home debut as an official Tottenham player. I don't know how that works, but hopefully, like I said, we can go on and we can be coming on your Spurs. As always, it's always a great pleasure talking to you guys. Please click on any ad links as they appear. Check out Spurs Forum at UK. Check me out on Twitter, on Facebook, and hopefully Spurs Forum at UK will actually realise this and actually also, retweet my YouShubes. Anyway, it's always been great chatting to you. As always, come on you Spurs.